Hello everybody! I am alive! I'm so sorry it took me so long to make a Craftopia video. I'm so sorry. But we're back. And I was actually... it took me so long to edit and do this because I wanted to put this whole shulker farm on the same in the same video. I didn't want to make part 2. So that's why it took so long. You will also see that I had some struggles with the designs. I'm not sure what happened because all of the designs that I tried in my creative world worked perfectly with that version of Minecraft, and well, now I already made it work, but I will link down every single design that I tried of the shulker farm down below, and go check it out because those designs are amazing, and I do not want to say that somebody messed up because that was maybe the server or me. I don't think any of the designs are bad. Just saying ahead so nobody will get any ideas to talk speck about the people that made the farms. Anyway, so every time there's gonna be a new design, I'll try and link the videos in here, but they're also gonna be written down in the description, so go check it out. And yeah, we I don't think I showed you the end video where we beat the dragon, which was like before Christmas even, so whoops. Well, you're gonna see everything today. You're gonna see the whole thing that happened. And maybe next video I'll try and interact more with people because I haven't been very social, and it's not very nice because I'm a social bunny and I really want to be social. So maybe next time. Maybe next time. But this time, the end. The end and shulker farm. Let's go.
Oops. Well, it suits you so well.
What am I allowed to bring? What am I supposed to bring? What's...
I'll bring one too.
Food.
Wouldn't be bad,
I'll make
I'd
pumpkins for
say.
us.
Does anyone have any
Okay.
I feel like you shouldn't have it. Papone, you're going to be in leather armor or completely naked. You're going
Okay,
to die. You might
take
lose
one.
all your stuff.
Ah!
Yeah, I know.
that scared
I'm
me.
gonna put it in a chest.
Can I get that leather
Okay.
armor?
Here.
Hi.
Okay. We'll do it when we get there.
I'm just gonna put it in a chest next
We
to
need
the
pokes.
next to
It's
the
fine.
portal.
Papone, if you
I'm
die,
gonna
you
Okay.
can
Google.
make another video about it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true actually. That's content. That's content brain. That's really clever.
Yep.
I look like a scarecrow. They
I
don't
don't
have
either.
the annoying eyes.
They'll
and
kill
mouth.
us all.
Oh. I'm
You
just
should.
playing either with F1 or from a third person.
Oh, I couldn't. That would make me sick.
I'm gonna get a head for me as well.
Okay, guys.
Wear a
We
head
need
too.
Okay, who doesn't have the stuff yet?
I don't have on it. I don't have it yet.
Okay. There you go.
What's happening?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have.
I have to stand out loyal.
Are we playing with the chicken head or?
Why do I have-
with the?
Yeah, chicken head.
Okay.
Well,
If you don't have Papone,
yeah.
why do I have someone's pair of boots? Who doesn't have pair of boots? Who has like pants and chest plate?
This is like a field trip, like to middle school.
I already had a pair of boots.
Well, someone threw 'em.
One tower
here we
down.
go.
Someone's being attacked by Splendor Man.
Somebody,
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yep.
I'm tripping.
2 towers down.
Oh, I don't have
guys,
any
help!
eggs.
Egg him.
Oh no, never mind. 3 towers.
Egg him! Egg him!
Oh
Guys,
my
help me!
God,
Guys, help me!
what is
Help me!
happening?
Help me, please!
Egg him.
The egg people.
Egg that
Oh
dragon.
my god.
Egg him!
so smart.
I'm being
I
ganked
did
by
not
Splendor
bring
Man.
enough eggs.
He's so loud.
I almost went through my eggs.
Oh my god, I'm lagging so bad.
Oh, I should have brought bottles.
Whoever's hitting him is like a good Chad.
If you pick up my stuff, I hate you.
I already picked it up on accident, but I dropped it back down.
I did it!
I think
Where?
it's,
Okay, never mind,
There's
I
one
see
over
it.
here.
Oh, no! I saved
Keep
myself!
climbing, Placid. Keep
What?
climbing.
Did you just water
dragon.
emoji?
I don't know how I'm alive.
Did we get all of them?
Egg him.
Yeah, we got all of them.
Yeah, I got them
Okay,
all.
nice.
Gank that dragon.
Nice, nice. I
Gotta
got
wait
just
for
one.
the chickens to grow up and lay eggs. Doors! We got
Kill that
doors!
dragon.
There's
Punch him.
infinite water
Oh
source.
god, he nearly killed me.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Keys!
okay.
He's knocking back my children.
Okay, I don't have any more eggs.
Oh my
Egg this guy.
That's why I went full in. I was out of eggs. I'm bringing that back.
Ow! Ow, ow, ow!
Golden level.
Oh no, that hurt.
Oh my god, it takes way too long to go
Just
back
cover
in.
the whole ground in water.
No, there's some
Shoot me.
Oh my god.
Get
You're
some
wasting
Where's the
eggs,
chickens?
bro.
They're laying. There's eggs everywhere.
Yeah.
More eggs.
Eggs.
Enderman's after me.
I can throw some too now.
Built a house.
The city bomb was after me.
Yeah.
I
Don't see my stuff.
one day in the end. And that is
Who
how I
took my
did it.
stuff?
I don't know,
All
but
my
that's
stuff's
mine.
gone. All my chicken's gone. I can't do anything. Screw
I'm
you
bringing more eggs back.
Oh my god, he just shot
So bad at
fireball.
the game.
I didn't
guys.
know dragon could do that.
Dragon guy's so bad at the game.
Help me, this Enderman's after me.
Go in the water.
This freaking
Yeah,
Really bad
come
at
with
the
me.
game.
Oh, he's dead, probably.
Just float in the water.
Why did I not bring a sword?
Are you
have a
guys
wood
ready for
sword.
some
do you
eggs?
want an axe?
Who has any? Who has
I
spare
have an
armor?
iron
Who has
axe.
spare armor?
Here.
I have a lot of
Thank you.
eggs.
Well,
Lots and lots of eggs.
No, no,
I didn't take
Look at
any.
my-
How are you making them burn, bro?
Didn't even
Here's
look
your
at this
eggs,
guy.
everyone.
Oh
No time.
I'm gonna die.
Five
I'm gonna
thanks
die.
for the
Need
eggs.
assistance.
You're welcome.
I know, bro.
You
I know.
splattered
What
around.
you doing?
If
That was
anyone
the
needs
point.
any
Landing.
eggs.
She's landing.
She's landing.
Shoot!
Egg time.
Shoot!
DPS, DPS.
This is it.
Is it?
Kill this thing.
I do not think this is it.
This is it, guys. We got him.
Ow, ow, ow.
Dino.
Oh no!
Oh, someone just egged me.
Oh
shit,
my
I
god.
killed Ro. I killed Ro.
Dino
Yeah,
had
it's
all-
okay.
Loyal.
I don't want
Loyal.
any of this
Wow.
stuff.
Loyal.
What?
Dino
Whoa.
had all the armor. Come and get some.
Oh my god, he had all my stuff. Oh my god.
There's
where?
chickens everywhere.
Where? Oh my god, my
Right
stuff.
here. Up here. Up here. There's a
This
ton
is
of
such
stuff
a
up here.
mess.
Where did I die?
It's like a war zone.
Oh my god,
this.
this guy's trying to hunt me.
Okay,
Oh, here we go. It's dragoning
she's going
time.
down again.
Oh, round 2.
This
No,
thing's
no,
going
no.
down. This thing's going
Oh
down.
no!
Dead. He's dead. He's dead. We got him.
Yeah.
Yay! I did it!
Awesome!
Oh, we don't have anything to.
Yay! Oh, it's here.
I'll
I
get
remember.
you.
It's here. I remember. Yeah, yeah. Coming.
Get in. Get in, Lusa.
Oh,
We go shopping.
I don't know if I want to get in now. When you call me a loser. Oh,
There's
two
more of
lemons.
I was just sitting on there waiting. I was like, we're just gonna wait for Oak. And then I just sang here.
Oh, iron chest plate. Okay, don't mind me if I do. Chorus fruit.
Course fruit.
I'm getting the bubbles as well. The chorus flowers, yeah. The bubbles.
The flowers? The bubbles! It's the flowers.
Let me turn up my render distance.
Come with
Me. You will
see.
all
In
of your
the world.
imagination. Full like this. Ah! Whew, that was risky. Okay. Okay. Whoops.
Whoops.
You will see.
Oh, shit. I see.
Wait.
I see. Over here.
Oh, I see it too.
It's
Nice. See, if we went that way,
I don't know if it's just that one that's specifically like just a small one.
well, there's gonna be shulkers though, probably, hopefully.
Hopefully, if they haven't traded it. What? Ah. No, I hear him. I hear. I hear them. They just go. The chests are empty though, but the shulkers are here. Some of them at least.
Oh, I think I looked at Enderman. Probably. Oh no. Ow. How? Whoops, Sam, can you get my stuff? Okay. So Loyal has a string farm somewhere here that we can use. We need quite a lot of string and bamboo because we're gonna make the scaffolding farm. Okay, there is an arrow. So I think that's where we should go. Okay, scary. But now a sign and an arrow to direct me where it is. So where is the arrow? Oh, there's a sign. This way. This way. Nice. Oh, it's quite far. Ooh, awesome. So this is our bamboo farm so far. So let's see. It's not doing anything at the moment. I'm not even sure if it's growing. Oh, it is. Okay, good.
So I needed the withers for wet roses, and so I had to fight a wither. I never had troubles fighting withers because I just mined a long tunnel and then I just smacked the wither from below so he can't reach me. But this wither, oh boy, was this different. After the fight, I realized that I didn't have enough with the roses, that somehow the chickens, I don't know if they weren't grown enough or if I miscounted, but I had to fight a wither again, and this fight was even worse than the previous one. Priorities, am I right? okay, if you guys want to go back and count all the deaths, please write them down below if you have time to count them. If you wanna, you can. I'm not gonna blame you for judging me, because this fight was terrible. Anyway, it's time to build the farm. So I had to clear out an area first, and I was building the farm right next to the end city because I didn't want to transport the shulker very far away. Turns out transporting and getting the shulkers was the easiest part of the whole farm, which wasn't the case on the previous farms. The farms was always easy, and then getting the shulkers, tedious work. But this time, the shulkers wanted to surprise me, I guess. Anyway, I realized later that I could have just built the shulker farm at the very top. But oh well, what are you gonna do? I mean, where's the fun in that? Are you gonna watch me build the shulker farm? I'm gonna read a little book. This book is called Picture of Dorian Gray, and it's by Oscar Wilde. It's one of my favorite books. So lean back, relax, and just listen to the chapter and watch me build a farm. So chapter 1. The studio was filled with the rich odor of roses, and when the light summer wind stirred amidst the trees of the garden, there came through the open door the heavy scent of the lilac, or the more delicate perfume of the pink flowering thorn. From the corner of the divan of Persian saddlebags on which he was lying, smoking, as usual, innumerable cigarettes, Lord Henry Wotton could just catch the gleam of the honey-sweet and honey-colored blossoms of the laburnum, whose tremulous branches seemed hardly able to bear the burden of a beauty so flame-like as theirs. And now and then the fantastic shadows of birds in flight flittered across the long tussore silk curtains that were stretched in front of the huge window, producing a kind of momentary Japanese effect, and making him think of those pallid jade-faced painters who, in an art that is necessarily immobile, seek to convey the sense of swiftness and motion, the sullen murmur of the bees shouldering their way through the long unmown grass, or circling with monotonous insistence round the black crooked spires of the early June hollyhocks, seemed to make the stillness more oppressive, and the dim roar of London was like the burdened note of a distant organ. In the center of the room, clamped to an upright easel, stood the full-length portrait of a young man of extraordinary personal beauty, and in front of it, some little distance away, was sitting the artist himself, Basil Hallward, whose sudden disappearance some years ago caused at the time such public excitement, and gave rise to so many strange conjectures. As he looked at the gracious and comely form he had so skillfully mirrored in his art, a smile of pleasure passed across his face, and seemed about to linger there. But he suddenly started up, and closing his eyes, placed his fingers upon the lids, as though he sought to imprison within his brain some curious dream from which he feared he might awake. "It is your best work, Basil, the best thing you have ever done," said Lord Henry. "You must certainly send it next year to the Grosvenor. The academy is too large and too vulgar. The Grosvenor is the only place." "I don't think I will send it anywhere," he answered, tossing his head back in that odd way that used to make his friends laugh at him at Oxford. "No, I won't send it anywhere." Lord Henry elevated his eyebrows and looked at him in amazement through the thin blue wreaths of smoke that curled up in such fanciful whirls from his heavy opium-tainted cigarettes. "Not send it anywhere? My dear fellow, why? Have you any reason? What odd chaps you painters are! You do anything in the world to gain a reputation, and as soon as you have one, you seem to want to throw it away. It is silly of you, for there is only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and then is not being talked about at all. A portrait like this would set you far above all the young men in England, and make the old men quite jealous. if old men are even capable of any emotion. I know you will laugh at me, he replied, but I really can't exhibit it. I have put too much of myself in it. Lord Henry stretched his long legs out on the divan and shook with laughter. Yes, I knew you would laugh, but it is quite true all the same. Too much of yourself in it. Upon my word, Basil, I didn't know you were so vain, and I really can't see any resemblance between you, with your rugged, strong face and your coal-black hair, and this young Adonis who looks as if he was made of ivory and rose leaves. Why, my dear Basil, he is a narcissus, and you, well, of course you have an intellectual expression and all that, but beauty, real beauty, ends where an intellectual expression begins. Intellect is in itself an exaggeration and destroys the harmony of any face. The moment one sits down to think, one becomes all nose or all forehead or something horrid. Look at the successful men in any of the learned professions. How perfectly hideous they are, except, of course, in the church. And then in the church they don't think. A bishop keeps on saying at the age of 80 what he was told to say when he was a boy of 18. And consequently, he always looks absolutely delightful. Your mysterious young friend, whose name you have never told me, but whose picture really fascinates me, never thinks. I feel quite sure of that. He is a brainless, beautiful thing, who should be always here in winter when we have no flowers to look at, and always here in summer when we want something to chill our intelligence. Don't flatter yourself, Basil. You are not in the least like him. You don't understand me, Harry. Of course I'm not like him. I know that perfectly well. Indeed, I should be sorry to look like him. You shrug your shoulders? I am telling you the truth. There is a fatality about all physical and intellectual distinction, the sort of fatality that seems to dog through history the flattering steps of kings. It is better not to be different from one's fellows. The ugly and the stupid have the best of it in this world. They can sit quietly and gape at the play. If they know nothing of victory, they are at least spared the knowledge of defeat. They live as we all should live, undisturbed, indifferent, and without disquiet. They neither bring ruin upon others nor even receive it from alien hands. Your rank and wealth, Harry, my brains, such as they are, my fame, whatever it may be worth, Dorian Gray's good looks, we will all suffer for what the gods have given us, suffer terribly. Dorian Gray? Is that his name? Said Lord Henry, walking across the studio towards Basil Hallward. Yes, that is his name. I didn't intend to tell it to you. But why not? Oh, I can't explain. When I like people immensely, I never tell their names to anyone. It seems like surrendering a part of them. You know how I love secrecy. It is the only thing that can make modern life wonderful or mysterious to us. The commonest thing is delightful if one only hides it. When I leave town, I never tell my people where I'm going. If I did, I would lose all my pleasure. It is a silly habit, I dare say. But somehow it seems to bring a great deal of romance into one's life. I suppose you think me awfully foolish about it. Okay. So let's stop right here. I will continue later. But there's gonna be a clip of me trying the farm, so let's wait for that to happen. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Okay, I've been up till 3 a.m. this morning. It's this is me after sleep. So I turned it on and the shulker didn't go where it should go. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. If there's any problem with the armor stance. Or what? But it shouldn't been. Shouldn't been a problem. Let's try it again.
And it should spawn right here, but it doesn't. It's like now it's, where is it? Here. So it goes up. When it opens the shell, it goes up. The minecart picks it up. And yeah, it's up. It's gonna pick it up. And it's gonna go down. And instead of spawning there, it spawns right back up here. Yes. Why? Why are you doing this? Okay, so that was very frustrating. But so I had to take the shulker away and rebuild. I think I had to rebuild a different design. But yeah, let's continue with the book. We stopped when the artist Basil Hallward told his friend by accident the name of the subject that was on the picture on the painting. So, where am I? Okay. I dare say, but somehow it seems to bring a great deal of romance into one's life. I suppose you think me awfully foolish about it? Not at all, answered Lord Henry, laying his hand upon his shoulder. Not at all, my dear Basil. You seem to forget that I am married, and the one charm of marriage is that it makes a life of deception necessary for both parties. I never know where my wife is, and my wife never knows where I am, what I am doing. When we meet, we do meet occasionally when we dine out together or go down to the Duke's. We tell each other the most absurd stories with the most serious faces. My wife is very good at it, much better in fact than I am. She never gets confused over her dates, and I always do. But when she does find me out, she makes no row at all. I sometimes wish she would, but she merely laughs at me. I hate the way you talk about your married life, Harry, said Basil Hallward, shaking his hand off and strolling towards the door that led into the garden. I believe that you are really a very good husband, but that you are thoroughly ashamed of your own virtues. You are an extraordinary fella. You never say a moral thing, and you never do a wrong thing. Your cynicism is simply a pose. Being natural is simply a pose, and the most irritating pose I know, cried Lord Henry, laughing. And the two young men went out into the garden together, and for a time they did not speak. After a long pause, Lord Henry pulled out his watch. I am afraid I must be going, Basil, he murmured. And before I go in, I insist on your answering a question I put to you some time ago. What is that? Asked Basil Hallward, keeping his eyes fixed on the ground. You know quite well. I do not, Harry. Well, I will tell you what it is. Please don't. I must. I want you to explain to me why you don't exhibit Dorian's great picture. I want the real reason. I told you the real reason. No, you did not. You said it was because there was too much of yourself in it. Now, that is childish. Oh, yep. That's me building a new farm. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Harry, said Basil Hallward, looking him straight in the face. Every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. The sitter is merely the accident, the occasion. It is not he who is revealed by the painter, it is rather the painter who, on the colored canvas, reveals himself. The reason I will not exhibit this picture is that I am afraid that I have shown with it the secret of my own soul. Lord Henry laughed. And what is it? He asked. I will tell you, said Hallward, and an expression of perplexity came over his face. I am all expectation, Basil, murmured his companion, looking at him. Oh, there is really very little to tell, Harry, answered the young painter. I am afraid you will hardly understand it. Perhaps you will hardly believe it.
Lord Henry smiled and, kneeling down, plucked a pink-petaled daisy from the grass and examined it. "I'm quite sure I shall understand it," he replied, gazing intently at the little golden white feathered disc. "And I can believe anything, provided that is incredible." The wind shook some blossoms from the trees, and the heavy lilac blossoms, with their clustering stars, moved to and fro in the languid air. A grasshopper began to chirrup in the grass, and a long, thin dragonfly floated by on its brown gaze wings. Lord Henry felt as if he could hear Basil Hallward's heart beating, and he wondered what was coming. "Well, this is incredible," repeated Hallward rather bitterly. "Incredible to me at times. I don't know what it means. The story is simply this. 2 months ago, I went to a crush at Lady Barden's. You know, we poor painters have to show ourselves in society from time to time. Just to remind the public that we are not savages. With an evening of... Okay, let's stop for a second. Let's just watch this. Okay, can we have a moment of silence for the shulker? Okay, let's continue. Where did I stop? Okay. So he's saying the story of how he met the young boy or young man that is on the painting. Okay. The story is simply this. 2 months ago, I went to a crush at Lady Brandon's. You know, we poor painters have to show ourselves in society from time to time. Just to remind the public that we are not savages. With an evening gown, coat, and a white tie, as he told me once, anybody, even a stockbroker, can gain a reputation of being civilized. Well, after I had been in the room about even a what? I'm so sorry, I'm reading this from a phone, because I don't have the English version in my library. So I had to download one quickly. Where is it? Well, after I had been in the room about 10 minutes, talking to huge overdressed dovagers and tedious academicians, I suddenly became conscious that someone was looking at me. I turned halfway round and saw Dorian Gray for the first time. When our eyes met, I felt that I was growing pale. A curious instinct of terror came over me. I knew that I had come face to face with someone whose mere personality was so fascinating that, if I allowed it to do so, it would absorb my whole nature, my whole soul, my very art itself. I did not want any external influence in my life. You know yourself, Harry, how independent I am by nature. My father destined me for the army. I insisted on going to Oxford. Then he made me enter my name at the Middle Temple. Before I had eaten half a dozen dinners, I gave up the bar and announced my intention of becoming a painter. I have always been my own master, had at least always been so, till I met Dorian Gray. Then, but I don't know how to explain it to you, something seemed to tell me that I was on the verge of a terrible crisis in my life. I had strange feeling that fate had in store for me exquisite joys and exquisite sorrows. I knew that if I spoke to Dorian, I would become absolutely devoted to him, and that I ought not to speak to him. I grew afraid and turned to quit the room. It was not conscience? What? I have no idea how to read that word. Well, let's skip it. Hopefully it's not important. That made me do so. It was cowardice, and I took no credit to myself for trying to escape. Coincidence and cowardice are really the same thing, Basil. Okay, I guess. Conscience is the trade name of the firm, that is all. I don't believe that, Harry. However, whatever was my motive, and it may have been pride, for I used to be very proud, I certainly struggled to the door. There, of course, I stumbled against Lady Brandon. "You are not going to run away so soon, Mr. Hallward," she screamed out. You know her shrill, horrid voice. "Yes, she is peacock in everything but beauty," said Lord Henry, pulling the daisy to bits with his long, nervous fingers. "I could not get rid of her. She brought me up to royalties and people with stars and garters, and elderly ladies with gigantic tiaras and hooked noses. She spoke of me as her dearest friend, and I had only met her once before, but she took into her head to lionize me. I believe some picture of mine had made a great success at the time, at least had been chattered about in the penny newspapers, which is the 19th century standard of immortality. Suddenly I found myself face to face with the young man whose personality had so strangely stirred me. We were quite close, almost touching. Our eyes met again. It was mad of me, but I asked Lady Brandon to introduce me to him. Perhaps it was not so mad after all. It was simply inevitable. We would have spoken to each other without any introduction. I'm sure of that. Dorian told me so afterwards. He too felt that we were destined to know each other. And how did Lady Brandon describe his wonderful young man? I know she goes in for giving a rapid precis of all her guests. I remember her bringing me up to a most truculent and red-faced old gentleman covered all over with orders and ribbons, and hissing into my ear in a tragic whisper which must have been perfectly audible to everybody in the room. Something like, "Sir Humphrey Dumpty, Alphon Frontier, Russian intrigues, very successful man, wife killed by an elephant, quite inconceivable." These words, I can't, I'm so sorry. Wants to marry beautiful American widow, everybody does, nobody's hates. Mr. Glanston, but very much interests in beetles, ask him what he thinks of Shuvalov. Simply flat, I like to find out people for myself, but poor Lady Brandon treats her guests exactly as an auctioneer treats his goods. She either explains them entirely away, or tells me everything about them except what one wants to know. But what did she say about Mr. Dorian Gray? "Oh," she murmured. "Charming boy. Poor dear mother and I quite inseparable. Engaged to be married to the same man. I mean married on the same day. How very silly of me. Quite forget what he does. Afraid he doesn't do anything. Oh yes, plays the piano, or is it the violin? Dear Mr. Gray." We could neither of us help laughing, and we became friends at once. "Laughter is not a bad beginning for friendship, and it is the best ending for one," said Lord Henry, plucking another daisy. Hallward buried his face in his hands. "You don't understand what friendship is, Harry," he murmured. "Or what enmity is, for that matter. You like everyone, that is so to say. You are indifferent to everyone." "How horribly unjust of you," cried Lord Henry, tilting his head back and looking up at the little clouds that were drifting across the hollowed turquoise of the summer sky, like ravelled skeins of glossy white silk. "Yes, horribly unjust of you. I make great difference between people. I choose my friends for their good looks, my acquaintances for their characters, and my enemies for their brains. A man can't be too careful in the choice of his enemies. I have not got one who is fool. They are all men of some intellectual power, and consequently they all appreciate me. Is that very vain of me? I think it is rather vain." "I should think it was, Harry, but according to your category I must be merely an acquaintance." "My dear old Basil, you are much more than an acquaintance." Okay, we're at the end of the video, so we're gonna, I don't know if you want to finish the book some other time, or if you have any suggestions for a different book, feel free to let me know, okay?